Thursday science lessons for today. And so the first thing we need to do is go to our Google Classroom. We're going to click into Mr. McDonald's Science Classroom. We're going to click on our classwork. We're going to find out that this is Thursday, April 16th. We're going to click on this lesson. And today is talking about the nervous system. So we're going to click on this one. We're going to go to the nervous system. And so it's showing us here that when we go to the first slide, we have to read this little passage about the nervous system. Then we're going to click on this scholastic video here and go to this study jams. What you need to do is you need to play the video to watch the study jams, then test yourself to see how well you remember or comprehend what the video is about the nervous system. Then you're going to go back to your Google slide and you're going to put in your score for the quiz. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next slide. It says zoom in on the infographic to take a closer look at the nervous system. Well, to zoom in, we're going to go up here to the zoom button, and then we can zoom in and make this larger. We can go to 200%, and then we can move this around with our mouse just so we can see that closer. When I'm done with zooming it in, I can go back to zoom out to fit the screen. There we go. Then we have to answer the question here in the purple box. Why should we always protect our head or brain? And then in the green text box, when we do something like touch a hot stove, our nervous system sends signals to our brain that tells it to feel pain. Why is this important? Okay. Once you've answered those questions, let's go on to slide 4. In slide 4, we have to play a game here called the Stroop Effect. Well, this is a game that you can play. Some of you might not be able to work the Stroop Effect, so there's another link down here that you can do that. But when we go to the Stroop Effect, we're going to click on it. It's going to pull it up, and then it says go to the first test. We read the directions here that it says to do. So we go to the first test. It says get ready and go. When you finish, you click finish. It's going to tell you the time that it took to do the test. So it'd be 3.438 seconds. I'm going to go back to here. Time for the first test, 3.438 seconds. And then I would go to do test number 2. Okay, it's going to pop up. I'm going to do test 2. I'm going to click finish. And then I would write down the time, 2.933 seconds. Okay, I can close that out. If it doesn't work for me to do the Stroop Effect that way, I can click on this link and go to the Stroop Effect. I'm going to need a stopwatch, and I'm going to read the first set of, I'm going to read the cards, first set of cards, and see how long did that take me to read those. Okay. It'll tell you the directions here on how to play the game for that particular one. I would record time for test 1, time for test 2. When I'm done with the Stroop Effect, let's go on to slide number 5. This is the memory test. Okay, and so we'll click on memory test, go to here. It tells us what we need to do. When you're ready, see the objects, you should remember, click on the start button. The object will stay on your computer screen for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you'll spin to a different page automatically. After you spin to the new page, write down all the items you can remember. So here it pops up, all of these items for 30 seconds. It'll go through, and then it will ask you to write down all the objects you can remember. Okay? Then record how many objects you were able to remember here. And then we're going on to the final page. The final page is a maze game. This is a game that you have to have a flash player to play on. There is nothing to record after you play the game. Then the brain test. You'll go through the brain test by clicking on it. You'll start the brain test. At the very end, it will give you a score for what your percentage of you used your left brain and what was the percentage that you used your right brain. You'll then write those scores here, and then you are finished with Thursday on the nervous system.